Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the DVO Show with me, DVO, Derek Van Otten, and thank you once again for listening and tuning in to another episode. So, today's episode, kind of funny enough, I heard a phrase recently, and I've heard it a couple times. And so I thought, I really like what this phrase is. So I thought, let's talk about it and dive deep into it. The first time I heard about it was on the Gary V audio experience. That's a podcast that I'm a big fan of with Gary Vaynerchuk. And I believe he had a guest come on, and he was giving him some praise, giving him some love, just talking him up. And the person that he was interviewing said, wow, thanks so much for that introduction. I appreciate all those kind words. And Gary said this phrase, and he said, well, I think it's important to give flowers now. I want to give you flowers now. And then he kind of elaborated a little bit, saying that you should give flowers to people, not when they're dead, but now. Because it made a good point. I don't know why, but it made a lot of sense to me. Because you think about when you die, you get a lot of flowers, right? I mean, it's the truth of life. When we die, we get a lot of flowers. And that's when you say all the nicest things about somebody. Because for some reason, we don't give compliments that often. I don't know why, but we don't. We don't give enough compliments. And so he said, I want to give you your flowers now. I don't want to wait till you're dead before I say all these great things about you. And I like that. I really like that. I think it's important that we tell people who matter to us that we love them. I think we should tell people when they do something great. For example, if they do something different about their look, maybe get a different haircut, instead of saying, oh, you look different. Like, wow, did you change your hair? That looks amazing. Like, give the actual compliment. Don't just ask a question like, oh, did you get a haircut? And, and maybe if you don't like the haircut, then that makes sense. You would ask a question like that. But if you actually like the haircut, say, did you just change your hair? Because I love it. I love the way that looks on you because of whatever reason. Tell people, like I said, tell people you love them. I actually, oh gosh, over 20 years. How long has it been? Anyway, I had a friend that passed away. It's been a while. It's probably been about almost 20 years now that he passed away. And we were young. We were in our mid-20s when he passed away. And when that happened, I realized I need to tell my friends that I love them more often. When I don't see them in a while, and when we get together, and then when we say goodbye, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to miss you, can't wait to see you again, I just say, hey, I love you. And I realized I need to say that more often when my friend passed away. But why did that have to happen, right? So I like what Gary Vaynerchuk was saying when he had that friend on about, I want to give you your flowers now. I'm not going to wait till you're dead and you don't even get to hear them. I want to give you your flowers now. So I heard that, oh gosh, a few weeks ago on one of his podcast episodes. And then recently I was watching Family Feud. And it's hosted by Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey had a what's it called? Like a celebrity episode, one of those celebrity episodes where instead of playing for money like the families do, they're playing for charity. And he had Joe Coy on because Joe Coy is promoting a movie. So Steve Harvey is, going to say, hey, let's talk about Joe Coy and introduce, who you brought with you today. And he just was giving him praise how Joe Coy is, because if you don't know, Joe Coy is a stand-up comedian and now getting into acting. He's like, oh, you're so funny. You're selling out, arenas. You went from doing stand-up clubs to doing theaters, and now you're doing arenas. And he just was giving him all this praise to how proud he is of where he's come, how far he's come, how funny he thinks he is. So Steve Harvey, one of the kings of comedy, is giving all this praise to Joe Coy. And Joe Coy's, he's just like, oh my gosh, Steve, thank you so much. That means so much to me. I look up to you. You're a king. Everything you're saying just means a lot to me. And then Steve looked at Joe and said, hey, man, I just want to give you your flowers. And that's all he said. He didn't go into detail about it. He just said, I just want to give you your flowers. And for me, right then it clicked what Gary had said on one of his podcasts that, hey, I want to give you your flowers now. I want to give you praise now. I want to give you compliments now. I don't want to say this when you're gone and you don't even get to hear it. In fact, I heard a thing recently about Bob Saget, the comedian and actor who recently passed away this year. Bob Saget passed away. I heard he had a great funeral. So many people were saying such great things about him. Everyone was saying such nice things about him. All the things that Bob did for them in their career. And I wondered, did they tell Bob that while he was alive? I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't know. But I'm just saying, maybe they didn't. Imagine if they felt all this emotion towards somebody and then they didn't even express it. One thing that I've been doing lately is when somebody crosses my mind, and you probably had that happen, right? Where you're just minding your own business. Maybe someone says something happens, and you just get reminded of a associate, a friend, whatever it is, a family member. And you just think, oh, that reminds me of whoever, right? It kind of comes to your mind a little bit. Maybe that's a good time to just reach out to that person. Maybe there's a reason that person came to your mind. Maybe you need to connect or reconnect. Say hi again. Go grab coffee. Go grab a drink. Go grab a lunch. Go grab dinner. Go have a barbecue together. I don't know. But maybe that's a sign for you to connect with that person again if somebody crosses your mind. What I've been doing is when somebody crosses my mind, I want to reach out to that person now. Because I'm thinking there's a reason why that person's crossing my mind. There's a reason why that person is coming to me. And maybe there's a good reason. Maybe I should reach out to that person. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I'm trying to incorporate more in my life. And I'm trying to give people their flowers early. I love people succeeding. That's why I put together this podcast. That's why I post certain things on my social media. I want to inspire people. I want to give people props. When I see somebody, okay, I'll give you an example. I just saw somebody post on their social media that they're starting a new job. And it was with a company that I don't really like so much. But I'm not going to tell my friend that. I'm not telling them. I'm not going to tell them, oh, why did you want to work with that company? I'm not saying that. I'm gonna let people enjoy it. If he's happy, if he's excited about his new job, I am not going to be the one to bring him down. If he's happy about it, then great. Maybe he'll do better things at that company than other people have. And so I'm the last person to make anyone feel bad about what they're doing or put anyone down. I want to support anyone that I can. And so anyway, this phrase, like I just was talking about, how if somebody crosses your mind, maybe there's a reason why. Well, this phrase has come across me a couple times, and I thought maybe there's a reason why. And maybe I need to share that message with you, or maybe I need to do a better job, which I know I do, of it, or I'm going to give people their flowers now. I'm going to give them all the praise now. I'm going to give them all the love, show them all the love right now, and not wait till they're gone. Not wait till it's too late, but tell them now. Maybe you listening to this or watching this podcast, someone's crossed your mind. Me talking about that maybe has brought someone into your mind that you just realized or thought about. Maybe now's a good time to reach out to them. Maybe now's a good time to pause this podcast and just say, hey, I just was thinking about you. Just want to see how you're doing. Want to let you know I love you and that you mean a lot to me. Why don't you guys go do that right now? Thanks for watching and listening to another episode of the DVO show. Bye.